Grandma. Huh? Can you keep it down? I'm trying to make a video. Alright, so boom. Just pretend, right, that you don't hear any of the sounds in the background. Just...
It's a lot of girls around the world, but I ain't nothing like a college girl. Training, I got me a college girl.
Alright, so boom. Who am I? You don't know me? Who? Welcome to my video. My name is Tiara, but on here I am Big Daddy T. What's poppin'? Alright, so currently this is being hung up by the grace and mercy of God in pixie dust. So I'm gonna have to chill because this setup fragile. Alright, so boom. Today's video is gonna be about college freshmen. Today's video is about college freshmen. Today's video is about college freshman tips and tricks. So basically, categories are going to be people, class, your coin, honey, and last thoughts. Alright, so boom. Let's do this. Reading from my handy dandy agenda. You feel me? Got the notes? You feel? Okay. Number 1. Party. Okay, so I decided to get like, you know, the less serious stuff out the way. So I'm gonna start off with number 1 being party. And this really didn't fall into a category. That's why I just kind of put it up here. Party. Get the experience. A lot of people say when they go to college, they don't leave for... They learn more about themselves and about people than they do actually education-wise. So you're there to be social and to learn and to grow. Party and meet people. Which leads me into number 2. Which is now us finally getting into the categories. First category is people. Tip number 2 would be to make friends. Make friends when you come. I made the mistake of when I first came, I came with a group of people that I had already knew from where I was from. So I didn't really put myself out there to make friends like I could have. When you make friends, you make very good connections. So my advice would be, if you go there with people that you do know, try to stray away from them. Not necessarily leave them, but branch out, you know. Learn some new. You feel me? With those types of things, you could form like study groups and stuff. I don't do study groups. I don't even like group projects. But like, if you need help, if you're someone who needs help, you could have somebody to talk to. Tip number 3 is self-control. A lot of people get to college and go boy crazy, girl crazy, whatever, what have you. Stay focused. You're not there. I mean, I said come for the experience, do what you want to, you know. I ain't gonna shame you, but me personally, I prefer to stay focused on the work. If anything comes along the way, whatever, but I'm not gonna go in there just throwing myself at anybody. You know, names get ruined really fast. Number 4 is networking. I myself don't know how to network. Everybody tell you, oh, network when you go to college. But nobody tell you how to network. They just be like, oh, go in the teacher office a couple times a week. What if I ain't got nothing to be in the office for? What if I have no questions, nothing to talk about? What I got to network about? But I always find a way to somehow associate myself with people of different levels of power. So for me, I actually put down to smile at adults, because most of the conversations that I have begins with them saying, oh, you have such a pretty smile, and whatever they say just kind of build off that. Smile, bro. Don't be sitting up there looking mad. Adults really like when you smile at them. You'll be surprised what a smile could do. I promise it'll take you a long way, because I don't be talking. Next category is class. So we starting off on number 5, and that would be take notes. Now I know it's a lot of people who don't take notes. Me personally, I take thorough notes, like color coded. Color coded, I write with 6 different pens. Don't just be sitting there, because once you sit there you get lost. A lot of people want to sit up there and not take notes, and they'll wonder why they're failing when you have nothing to reference back to when you have an issue. Number 6 is utilize tutoring. So at my school they offer, I don't know if it's like an all over thing, but at my school they offer free tutoring. So a lot of people, they struggle. Go to tutoring. It's free. I feel like a lot of people don't have an excuse at this point, because we offer tutoring for a variety of subjects and nobody goes. It's free.
Been all day on the phone anyhow. Why don't you make a phone call that's gonna help you in your future?
Utilize it. You need help? Ask someone. If ask someone to go to it, you have tutoring. Number 7 is be on time to class. I've had teachers start right on time. Right on time. They start, drop a pen. Oh, we call and roll, and at a certain amount of absences and stuff, it start affecting your financial aid and things like that. Being early is being on time. Being on time is being late, and being late is unacceptable. So I ain't saying like coming to crack of dawn. Like when I first got there, I was coming like 20-30 minutes early. Okay, not 30, that's a little too much. But like one of the classes I came 20 minutes early, and I was just sitting there. But it wasn't just me, it was like 3 other people. So it wasn't that bad. But like, once you're used to it, you start coming less and less early. But I still come 3 minutes early, get in, get my face in, da. Number 8 is to work ahead. This is a habit I started when I first got there, and I kind of fell off, and I wish I would have stayed on it, because I had a lot of catching up to do towards the end of the year. And working ahead helps a whole bunch, because say it's an online class. So like we had to take computer applications, which is where you go through all the different Microsoft programs, and it was like Word, PowerPoint, Excel, all that. So I would start working ahead. So I'd be like 3-4 assignments ahead before everybody else, or before the due date. And it helps a whole bunch, because then you're not cramming. I'm not even saying don't procrastinate, but in your free time, that's hard to stay still. If you stay focused, it's easy to get ahead. So then it helps you in the long run, because a lot of times, like sometimes when you're ahead, you get to leave class early so you can do what you want to, or you don't really gotta listen to what the teacher's saying, because you've been there, done that. The teacher gonna take favor over you, because you know exactly what you're doing. You passed everyone. It got its perks. I do it personally, working ahead, looking farther into what's due coming up. I keep this agenda. This is just something I recently started. I tried agendas way in the past before. It didn't really work. But in college, this agenda helps a whole lot, because I keep, the month, I see what I have coming up. Hold on, let me show you from last year. This is from February. Okay, I don't know if you can see. I have stuff written all in there. It helps tell me all my due dates. I color code different things. Like when something is really, really important, I write it in red. You know when something is due, but you also know when to get done ahead of time. And some teachers, like, they offer help with certain things. So say you got a paper due, and they say you can turn it in advance, and they'll give you pointers to turn it back in, and different things like that. Like in one of my classes, you have to write a paper, and there's a software called Turn It In. And if you don't do it far enough, Turn It In is a website or a software where it checks to see how much work you've copied that you haven't referenced, or that you have referenced. So technically it just sees how much work is not yours, and it gives you a percentage. And for our class, the goal is to stay below 25, but I prefer to stay below 10. So if you don't turn in far enough ahead of time, and it says that you got like a 35%, that could take off a chunk of your grade. So what you do is you turn it in ahead of time, and you could continuously revise it till you get it down to a number that you would like. And if you wait to the last minute to do it, which I have multiple times, there's a possibility that your percentage will be very high. Just luckily that every time that I did that, it was a 9% and then it was a 2%. So I was just lucky enough to have been very well at citing my word, but not everyone's that lucky. Yeah. Okay. Number 9 is morning classes. Now, I'm like one of the only people out of all my friends who prefer morning classes. I prefer morning classes because with my classes beginning way in the morning, my day is over more quickly than most everyone. Everyone else is still out in the heat going to class, whereas I'm in my dorm, I'm doing whatever I want to. By this semester coming up, my latest class ends at 3:30. And that's because that was the only class available, so it had to be at that time. I would have made it earlier if it was up to me. And then next semester, my latest class is at 12:30 p.m. My day is over by 1 o'clock. Except for one day out of the week, this other class that I had to take, and it ended at 6:45. Who does that? I'm hoping that's a typo because it says like 2 hours, but it is one day a week. Not your problem. Okay. Number 10 is taking classes ahead in summer bridge. So summer bridge is where you go and you take classes over the summer, basically, to get you ahead. Or as I did, I took classes ahead of my year. So my second semester of my freshman year, I was taking a sophomore class, and this year I wanted to take a junior class, but me and my advisor went in circles and he wasn't understanding what I was asking of him, so I just let it go. But if you want to graduate ahead or you want to get something, have a little free time, I would advise in taking extra classes. And number 11 is watch your class attire, because like I know for some people, certain professors won't allow you into their class with certain things on. And like on Wednesdays at my school, we dress up. Some teachers will say you can't come in if you're not dressed in if you in casual attire. Like, watch how you dress, and if that's someone that you're trying to reference later on and someone that you're trying to get in good with, I wouldn't advise you to go in their class with booty shorts and your boobs hanging out. I know me, I'll go to class with sweatpants and a t-shirt and a hat, like every day faithfully. But one thing about me, no matter how bad I'm dressing, like I'm finna go something, I make sure that when I get in class, I'm articulating, I'm vocal, I'm getting my A, so that they can look past what I'm refusing to wear. Into the next category is your coin, honey. That money, that shmoney, baby, that money. 12 is being an RA. Being an RA cuts down your tuition a little bit because it comes off of your room and board. Either it's like paid for or take a chunk off your room and board. I don't know. I'm not an RA. It does something with your room and board. Take it down, make it go something. Tuition lower. Okay, that's it. That's all I got. Coin. 13 is work study, which is where your college offers basically work. You get a job at the college, you work for them, you get paid. And I guess I'll do a little side note because I didn't include it in here, which is obviously a job. But don't make a job where you too overworked or where your job is cutting into your schooling. Like, it's this one girl in one of my classes last semester, she get mad with the teacher because the teacher is going on with the lesson, and she called one of her friends to tell the teacher that she on the way because she was at work. You realize that you schedule your classes. Either you work around your work or you work around your class. Pick a schedule. Hello? How you gonna get mad with the teacher because she doing her job? don't work to the point where you like sleep deprived, because then that could trickle into your work ethic. My last thoughts are, personally, not everybody do this, but me, my first year, I wasn't invested into doing anything. I just say, get the feel of things. Get the feel of everything. Don't just try to jump in and join this, that, and the third. I mean, if you want to, do that, but don't have too much on your plate. If you're going to invest yourself into something, at least remember that you're investing yourself into the thing that got you to that point. How you going to invest into the club and you're not even investing into your schooling? You know what I mean? So, just take your time and get the feel of things. 15, and it's basically what I just said, which is don't lose focus. You get there, there's a lot of distractions, there's a lot of things to do. Some people, that might be their first shot at freedom, you know. But don't go out there and just do whatever and lose sight of why you came.
Her pistol go.